That's Norman Borland and Too Cold at Home, an old Mark Chestnut song. That was Norman's last single, and I'm delighted he's joining me in the studio. Norman, it's lovely to talk to you again. The last time we spoke was a while back. You better put up your microphone, it works better like that. How are you?
I'm not so bad. I'm grand. Thanks for asking me on, Tony.
Come here. Since last I spoke to you, Norman, it's been very busy.
Yes, I'm getting there. I'm getting there since did a lot of recording over lockdown, as you know, because there was very little happening anyway, you know. So we started recording 2020, and it's been good so far. Yeah.
I know you were supposed to do an album launch a while back, but due to one thing and another, you didn't get around to it. But I know you have one coming up in July. Haven't you? You brought out a lot of singles there lately.
We have, I think I've done 8 singles over the last couple of years, you know, so yeah. But the new album, I mean, we'd planned to get the new album out, but it just didn't happen, you know, with everything happening and COVID and whatnot. So yeah, we'll have an album released now in July. So we're really looking forward to that.
For any of our listeners now who doesn't know of you or your music, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're originally from Fanad, aren't you? And you were working in Scotland.
I'm originally from Fanad, born and bred in Fanad in County Donegal here, yeah. I left here in 1975 to go to work in Scotland, and I spent most of my life there. So I've been home nearly 6 years now, so I just came home to do music and just starting to get into it, you know, whenever COVID struck. So I just put everybody else back 2 years, you know. So we just decided to start doing a few singles, and with Brian Kerrigan there at Harmony Recording Studios, and one led to another and led to another and led to another. So at the minute there's an album coming out, but we actually have 19 songs recorded. So there's enough for 2 albums, I suppose.
And come here, I tell you, you know, the social media these days, you know, like I know you have done a few videos and sang live on the Hot Country Show, a few things, and I've seen following your career, I see where you've been in Scotland, you've been doing support here and support there, and now you have your own band as well. Whenever you do a full gig yourself,
we do, and it's nice to have the band, you know, and you know, I can go out as a 2-piece or whatever. I don't do. It's all live stuff, whatever I do. You know, I like the band setup, but and going to the Hot Country stuff that I'm doing, you know, there's always a resident band there, you know. So, but yeah, Hugh O'Brien from Hot Country has been really good for me as well, you know, because I got some videos done. Steve Blur did videos for me again before lockdown, so they were good to get me going as well, you know. And then they're releasing the singles from 2020. And then Anthony Sullivan down there in Tullamore, he does my social media stuff, so he's been great for me as well, you know. And yeah, you guys, you know, without you guys playing the music, then we wouldn't be anywhere, you know. But
and I see you've been nominated for an awards over in Holland. There's is it called the Red Carpet Awards?
The Red Carpet Awards, yeah. It kind of came out of nowhere, that, but don't ask me how it happened, but. Yeah, I think there's 7 nominations in total. So, do you know what? You know, whether you won or whether you don't win, the nominations, to me, the nominations are enough. You know, that is a one, because you know that people out there are listening to your music, and that's in Europe, and that's huge for me. You know, I mean, that's really the icing on the cake, knowing that, you know, you have a following.
Yeah, how do you go about picking the songs now? Not just before you had Too Cold at Home out, You Lied to Me, the old Charlie Pride song.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed about you, what's great, you're picking songs that other artists haven't. You know, here in Ireland in the last couple of years, you would find artists, local artists, and they all seem to pick the same songs.
Yeah,
and like I've noticed about any of the songs you brought out, and you had let me heard some of the songs that's going to be in the new album.
Yeah.
And there were good country songs that might have been out years, but not recorded by a lot of people. How do you come to getting your selection of songs?
You know, I listen to an awful lot of music, as we all have to do, and for me as an individual artist, there's no point in me recording stuff that has already been over-recorded, if you like, by other people, because that doesn't make me any different, you know. So and I'm not trying to stand out from the crowd or do anything like that. You know, the old country music that we had, God, there's an awful lot of it. You know, there's piles and piles and piles of it, and just to research it and find something that actually suits you, you know, and suits my type of voice, suits my type of style, and you take the older stuff, especially the Buck Owen stuff, you can take that and, you know, modernise it, put a different beat to it, put a wee bit more drive into it, a wee bit more Nashville sound. And that's what I've tried to create, and I've kind of created, between myself and Brian now, you know, we've kind of created our own sound, you know. And it's nice taking the old stuff and, you know, and putting your own feel to it.
Yeah, Brian, you record most of your stuff up, but Brian, he's a great studio up there. He gets lots of artists up there these days, doesn't he?
Yeah, Brian's brilliant. And, you know, the nice thing about Brian is we can sit down, we can talk about the song that we're going to do, we can talk about the structure of the song. And that's very important, rather than going into a studio and them telling you what you're going to do with it, you know. So it's really a team effort, you know. With me having these nominations, it's not me, it's team. It's a team effort.
No, but when it's done right, you know, because I noticed about a lot of the songs you chose, they're kind of men's songs, if you know what I mean, because I was watching some of the artists on the last series of Glór Cheer, and you had some girls singing songs that were men's songs, and there was one or two lads sang songs were girls' songs, and even though they were good songs, you know, like when you hear a girl singing Forever Never Amen, she's coming, I'm gonna love you, and she can't get down to that Randy Travis note, whereas you know, you have a good voice, you know, but for the songs you've chosen, like You Lied to Me, the Charlie Pride, that one we just played, and we're going to play another one now in a minute, your current single. Well, you know, again, you know, I'm sort of the Randy Travis, Don Williams, Alan Jackson, George Stitt, you know, Buck Owens, you know, all the older ones, they're kind of suiting my kind of style and my tone of voice, I suppose, you know, because I have a sort of a baritone voice, you know, so, but yeah, you know, the song has to appeal to me before I'll sing it or record it. And again, you know, as I say, there's no point in recording stuff that has been over-recorded by anybody else. And no, female songs, I get your point, you know, female songs and male songs, sometimes it doesn't work, you know. And I know you're just after coming up from the Orchard there tonight, so I'm not going to keep you much longer. But you have a busy summer lined up. Where are you performing?
We're, well, I'm doing a video for Teardrops Over You, and that's happening this Wednesday night in the Station House Hotel here in Letterkenny. So Glenalla Photography and Video, they're going to be doing the video for me. So the band will be there as well, and we've got some dancers coming that have been learning a dance for it, a partner dance for it. So that's going to be happening. Then we're going to do maybe an hour and a half of live music with the band then after that. So, you know, anybody that wants to come along, just come along and be part of the crew and be part of the video. It'd be great to see you. Even if you're not dancing, just come and, you know, be part of the audience. And I can have a wee dance then afterwards. And
I must tell our listeners that you had invited me to take part in the video.
I did.
You've seen my award performance on that video's 4 for 11. You play in the middle, and you were going to throw me in there with a guitar, even though I can't take it. Oh, yeah, cheaters.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be doing that, and then in a couple of weeks' time, I think it's a couple of weeks' time, I'm on the Hot Country Awards in Monaghan with Hugh O'Brien, so I'm delighted to be part of that as well. And then the week after Easter, then we're away to Scotland with Hot Country to Cowbridge. So yeah, it's busy. It's grand.
Come here, you're busy. Tell me about the song we're about to play now, Teardrops Over You. How did you come across that song?
Teardrops Over You, again, you know, going through YouTube and listening to different stuff, and I came across Rhonda Vincent singing it with her mother and her brother. And just, you know, as the song went in, the first couple of lines, you can feel it in the back of your neck, you know, the air. You just think, what a beautiful song. And again, you know, I can't find anybody that recorded it before. And the song really appealed to me. It appealed from my style and my type of voice. And I thought, I'm going to record that. We recorded it. We released it about 3 weeks ago now. And, you know, having Rhonda Vincent actually comment on it was just unbelievable. So, you know, there again, Rhonda Vincent out there in America, listening to other artists, even here in Ireland, not just me, everybody else. There's a huge audience out there, you know, through social media, you know, and I'm absolutely delighted, and I mean, I'll frame that comment from her, you know, because she actually wrote that song, you know, and that means an awful lot when the songwriter actually makes a comment, you know.
Yeah, it's amazing how social media, you know, like before the pandemic now, if you were up here and I was interviewing you, people would hear you. They can actually see you now as well as...
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Painful, isn't it? But it's great, you know, when it goes out in video and that, it's great. Because another time when I'm coming on to do my show, I would do a short video, a little promo of that.
Yeah,
and it's amazing when you look at the Facebook page then to see how many likes you got, how many people seeing it. It's great. Well, come here. Want to wish you all the best for the future. And looking forward now. Unfortunately, I'm not get down on Wednesday night. I'll be on here. I'm killing myself, but there you go.
You're going to be on the with me on the
sacrifices have to be made at times.
Yeah, you're going to be with me on the album release anyway, so we're looking forward to that.
Well, here it is. Teardrops over you, Norman. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thanks very much.